What is going on? The 1%, baby. This is such a blessing to have you in front of me right now. It is very rare that we're able to gather so many fucking ambitious, like-minded, and just genuine people. If you're watching this, you've probably been fucking overwhelming yourself with all the technical sauce we've been giving you, with the model stuff, with all the concepts that we trade every single day. But you can't only learn technical stuff. And, the technicals is a very small portion of trading, because the reality is you can hand someone the greatest strategy in the world, but if they can't apply it with discipline every single day, then it means absolutely nothing. But the fact that you're even watching this video tells me you are different from 99% of people on this planet, because for you to just take a leap of faith, for you to trust Blake and I, for you to take action, to invest time and money into yourself, believe it or not, it is something that most of the world can't fathom doing. It is too scary. It is too risky. Oh, what if this goes wrong? What if I don't learn anything? Bullshit. That's completely up to you. If you want to take advantage of the resources you're given, maximize them and change your life. And just with this video, I hope I can make a huge impact in the way you start seeing yourself and what trading is really about. So this is me giving you the psychological sauce you deserve, and it's not your average psychology talks that you probably see on any YouTube video, because that's not why we designed this mentorship. It's not meant to be surface level information that you can find within a minute of scrolling online. This is the genuine, real advice of someone who was once in your position and has been through every single stage of trading before they ended up profitable. So here's the first thing I'm going to tell you. Now that you've joined this mentorship, obviously you have been taught or been learning how to trade a winning system. Now, in order for a winning system to truly succeed, to be viable, to really take advantage of that 70% win rate model, you need to have a winning system outside of your life. Because I'm going to be brutally honest with you, the charts are a reflection of your weakest habits. And I say this with so much ingenuity, so much, I can't even make this shit up. You have to take your life outside of the charts just as seriously. And this sounds crazy. You probably thought I was going to say, oh my God, have 1% risk, take one trade a day, only trade 9:30 to 11 a.m. Sure, yes, these are rules you can place upon yourself to construct a better winning system, but this is stuff that we're going to tell you no matter what. So I'm here to tell you the real shit. If you want to be able to trade Blake and I's models consistently, emotionlessly, and this is not to say that you're a robot, because at the end of the day, we're all humans and we feel emotions, but it's about managing them, about controlling them, about not falling into temptation of breaking your rules because you think that, your ego is telling you, oh, but you're on a big win streak. Take an extra trade today, or you just took a loss. You can make that money back because you know the model. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. So let me just explain to you a little bit what a winning system is. When we tell you our models have a 70% win rate, that number is determined through years of backtesting, plenty of forward testing, plenty of trades taken. And the way it's calculated is by taking these A+ setups. So when I say the model has a 70% win rate, I am telling you that 70% of the time that I take my A+ setup, it will win. But 30% of the time that I take my A+ setup, it will lose. But 100% of the time that I take this setup, it is my A+ setup. So is that making sense in your head now? Because for some reason, this is genuinely one of the hardest things for people to realize. That just because you lost doesn't mean you did something wrong. And you don't need to try to make back that money. If you followed your rules, that's a win. in the books, okay? And so, how do you get to the point where you can have so much trust in a system that you can just accept losses and not think, oh, I must have done something wrong, let me try again? This is where the system off the charts comes into play. You need to start creating an environment around you that is also a winning system. You need to create a routine. You need to create structure that holds you accountable every day, keeps you disciplined, and this will directly translate to the way you trade. So if you're someone who wakes up 4 minutes before market opens and you're half asleep, how can you expect to trade level-headed and execute those A-plus setups without feeling overwhelmed by emotions because you don't even know what's going on? You're half asleep. It's little stuff like that. It is little stuff like that. You need to wake up an hour and a half early before the market opens and collect your mind. Stop waking up and doom scrolling on fucking TikTok. Stop waking up and turning on your TV. Wake up, wash your face, collect yourself for a bit. This is step number 1 to building a bulletproof psychology. You need to prioritize your mental health to a level, to a degree that you have never done so before. Wake up, give yourself an hour and a half before the charts, and maybe you're not someone who's in the US. You don't got to wake up, this early. But for those of you who need to, this is step number 1. And if you don't need to wake up early, it doesn't matter. You should still be taking this same advice in the sense that you should be giving yourself an hour and a half before you get into the market in order to clear your mind. So clear your mind. Go outside if you can, whatever you need to do. And journal. Journal how you feel this morning. How do you feel this week? What's going on in your life? Remind yourself of your goals. Why did you start this? Why are you trading? You really want to remind yourself every day of your why. For example, me. Why did I start trading? Because I wanted freedom, right? I remember working my dog shit corporate job. I'd walk into those meetings, look around, and be like, I fucking hate everyone here. Everyone looks so depressed. I'm stuck in this rat race. I'm just clocking in these fucking 9-hour shifts every single day, and all I have to do every day is just take commands from my boss. Just do the tasks they tell me. Wow, that's so hard. Anyone can fucking do that. And I hated that because I wasn't anyone. I wasn't a little task rabbit. I knew I was built for more. And I'm sure you feel the exact same way. And I felt trapped. So my why is I wanted freedom. I quit that fucking job. I said I'm going to take trading seriously. And beyond freedom, not just financial freedom, I'm talking about time freedom, locational freedom, and financial freedom. So that's my why. Every morning that I wake up, that's something I remind myself of. Because when I get on the charts, I need to make sure I'm not just treating this like a little game and I'm not taking it seriously. I'm remembering my why. And my why is important, and it's not something I joke around with. I want the freedom, and I want to continue living this life forever, so I'm going to continue taking it seriously. So, it's a good reminder to just do that every single morning. Journal, like I said, and then give yourself like 15 minutes to hop on the charts before market opens, determine your bias, all that good stuff. That's a pretty simple routine before you get on the charts, right? After you trade, 9:30 to 11, what do? You close your computer, you go do something productive. Whether you win or whether you lose, you need to make sure that once that session is over, you close your computer and you do something productive, because it is so easy to just go lay in your bed and think, oh, I just want to trade, that feels great, or I just lost a trade, I'm a fucking idiot. So if you don't understand what I'm trying to say here, it's that if you start slacking off like that, and if you just like take a win or a loss and you go hang out in your bed, you're not practicing a winning system. You're not building that routine. You need to have that structure. So you want it to be kind of robotic. Wake up, get yourself together, level-headed, journal, determine bias, trade, something productive, gym. That's what I do every single time. Trade, gym. Whether win or loss, as long as I make it to the gym, that's another winning day. That's me following my winning system outside of the charts. And so I go to the gym, I come back, chill, eat food, whatever, maybe go over my trades, something like that. still staying productive, keeping my brain flowing. As long as I just did that morning routine, went to the gym, and do whatever other work I have to do for the day, that's a winning day. Okay? And that's aside from trading. So if we're ignoring the fact that, we won on the trading day or we lost, it doesn't matter. If I still did everything else for my day outside of the charts, if I still follow that winning system, the system that I know will make me profitable, the system that I know that will keep me profitable, the system that I know will help me with everything else in life to become a more disciplined, patient, persistent human, then I will never break that system. Because that is the funnel for my passions, for my skills, that's going to directly translate to trading. So you need to learn to maintain that system and not break it. And I tell people that all the time. It's like, you need to envision what that future successful version of yourself looks like. So if you're watching this video right now and you join this, there's a very high chance that you've probably sat with yourself at some point and just like imagine this crazy lifestyle. Holy shit, my dream house, my dream car. This is what my life looks like. This is what I want it to look like. And I'm telling you right now, if you can envision it, it is real. I promise you, and it sounds crazy, a lot of people can't even envision a future for themselves. You ask them, where do you see yourself in the future? And they're like, oh, I don't know. Like, what are your dreams? Oh, I don't know. Are you fucking serious? You guys are already so ahead of the curve and you don't realize it. And the fact that you can even envision a version of yourself that has everything you've dreamed of just should reassure you every day that it is real. But what do you do with that information? You use it as accountability. So use that person, that future version of yourself, to hold you accountable every single day. How? Every morning that you wake up, and as the day goes by, and as you're trading, think of that person and ask him or her, would I be doing what I'm doing right now? Do you get what I'm saying? So if you're half asleep trying to trade, think of that future successful version of you. Would he be half asleep trading? Would the future successful version of you be skipping the gym after a winning day or a losing day? Would the future successful version of you be partying 4 times a week? Maybe, yeah, after you become successful. But while you're grinding your ass off? Absolutely fucking not. While you're trying to get to where you want to be? Absolutely not. Always refer to that version of yourself. It is so important to reverse engineer the success, which is how we teach this mentorship. We'll show you the models and we'll break them down for you, each of those components. And that's how it is, bro. Like here, we're not just showing you what the car looks like. Like if I show you GT3 RS and I go, yo, that's a GT3 RS. And you're like, okay, yeah, that's a GT3 RS. Easy to remember visually. But that's not what we're doing here. We're showing you the GT3 RS. We're taking apart every single component that goes into it. And now we're teaching you how to put back every single piece of that car and build it from scratch and then make it run. So this isn't just about giving you the model. This is about teaching you the language. Trading is a full-on language, okay? And you'll realize that as you go, it becomes more and more second nature to speak it. Like, I look at the charts and I understand it just at first glance what I'm looking at. When I'm taking my trade, I only have 1 or 2 things marked out because I don't need to mark out all this unnecessary information. I know what it all means already. I don't need to be reminded of it. I'm already speaking the language with the charts. It makes perfect sense to me. It's already translated. And you will get to that point, but through a rigorous amount of discipline. And, I just hope every single one of you can take this shit so seriously, because you have no idea the amount of information we are giving you guys. We are not leaving any gaps in your knowledge. We are keeping this so transparent. You are quite literally living what Blake and I wish we had when we first started. And yeah, I mean, this is the fucking 1%. And if I'm here to rewire your brain and turn you guys into absolute beast of traders. But beyond that, I want you to be good people. I want you to know truly what it takes to become profitable, because it doesn't happen overnight. That's for sure. And that's a hard pill to swallow. Trading has always been promoted as a get rich quick scheme. You know, you can become a fucking 6-7 figure dude overnight, but it's not. You will have to spend a lot of time working your ass off without making a dollar for then have the ability to make back all that money in a singular hour. That is how it works. You will spend 1,000 hours without making a dollar to eventually only have to spend 1 hour to make back those thousands of dollars. And I don't want you guys to compare yourself to anyone else, right? You guys are a community. You're here together. Help each other. Hold each other accountable, just like Blake and I did as we became better and better traders. You need to have the passion to help others as well. It is a beautiful thing to do, and it helps you improve as a person too. There's nothing like growing with other people. So please look out for each other. Be vulnerable. It's a great trait to have. And it also just allows Blake and I to help you guys more when you're vulnerable with us, when you're honest with us. And yeah, I mean, you guys are going to fucking crush it. I was going to say, this is not the end of the psychology video, okay? This is me just telling you how you establish a winning system off the charts, because that's going to translate over to on the charts. And I say this with every ounce of honesty in my body. This is the most important advice that I need you to take from me. And it is to trust me when I say start building that routine, start building that structure in your life, because it's going to help make you a better trader. In order to be a better trader, you need to become a better person. So yeah, this is how you develop the rich person mindset, the rich person routine. Wake up every single morning, practice these affirmations. I would wake up every single fucking day for 1.5 years, for 2 years. I still do it to this day. I don't know what I'm saying. I still do it to this day. I wake up every morning and I tell myself, I am rich, I'm successful, I'm happy, I'm loving, I'm all these things that I want to embody. These are my daily affirmations. And I say these because I know I am all these things. Whether I'm not that right now, I know I will be it in the future. So I speak of it as I am that now, because I'm that fucking crazy and I'm that delusional. But it's about rewiring your brain to convince yourself that you are these things. And there's something beautiful that my mom told me one time, and it was, your brain doesn't understand tricks. It doesn't understand jokes. When you tell your brain, I'm an idiot, I'm broke, I'm unprofitable, it takes those statements literally and it starts making you subconsciously act as if you are those things. So even if you are those things, you're not going to tell yourself those things because you're not going to stay like that. Your goal isn't to stay unprofitable, to stay broke, to stay a fucking loser who can't build routine. It is to change your life around 180 degrees and become that version of yourself that you envision of every single day. And that takes effort, it takes passion, and it takes delusion. So I need you guys to start rewiring the fuck out of your brains and never speak poorly about yourself. You need to manifest that version of yours into reality so your body and mind start subconsciously working towards those goals. I am telling you, it is so real. That's why you hear every single successful person on this planet say that they spoke it into existence, that they were delusional, and you have to be. It's so powerful to have the ability to speak of yourself in a way that is so high and such amazing. So this leveled up version of yourself. But yeah, that's also something I really wanted to talk about, and I hope you start all practicing that too. Remember, I'm not here to build the routine for you, whatever that winning system off the charts looks like. I don't know what it looks like. For me, it's waking up, early, having an hour to get myself level-headed, writing down my bias, journaling. After that, go gym. From there, whatever I have to do for the day, I do. But it's that system that I stick to every single day, no matter the outcome of my trades, because that's what helps me stay disciplined. If I can do that every day, then I can follow my rules in trading every single day. So that's my piece of advice to you guys. as far as building a winning system off the charts and learning to be disciplined. I hope you listen to everything I say. And now for psychology part 2, I'm going to get into some technical practices you can do. And this video is going to be relatively short, but I want you guys, before you get into the next video, have your notebooks out, a pencil, anything you need to note down. I'm going to tell you how I've also helped rewire my psychology on the charts and little things that I practice every single day that help keep me on track and not break my rules. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching Psychology Part 1, and I fucking believe in you, and you're going to crush this. And yeah, welcome to the 1%. On to the next video, baby.